You're welcome back from the desk below. Now, if you've been tuning into this show right here, man, we promised this gentleman would be on the show, man. But man, they say timing is everything right now. That was on our part, and he was always ready. Let's make that clear. That was always ready. It was on our part. But man, this gentleman right here, his story right here can inspire a lot of people to never give up. Because the more I learned
Mm,
about this artist throughout his interviews, it made me respect him more as an individual because you can, have the respect of the person for like, oh yeah, you a dope rapper. But when you hear his story, when he actually talks through it, because within these interviews, you actually can feel the pain and everything that he went through, and he never gave up. This guy had three rap lives. Most people would have quit after their first, but it was destined for him to be where he is now. Because I'm not gonna lie, I see this guy's name everywhere, man. From the Jedi mind tricks to the goddamn Insomniac magazine. Man, it's only about time we're about to see him on, Rap Radar off Elliot Wilson. But he made his way from the desk below, man, because this gentleman right here, man, he had a lot of history within this underground right now. But he's finally getting this shine he deserves. Man, he is one of the creative minds of one of the biggest collectives in the underground renaissance we know right now. Man, I got the one and only right now. Bro, motherfucking Dillinger.
yes, sir. Lo, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, we appreciate you being so patient with us, bro. Man, so, your history right now, we're going to take a deep dive back right here. Pause right now. But I
Okay.
understand now, too, that I heard you say, I watched all your interviews, I'm not going to lie. And sometimes you're like, oh, you Nardwar. But, bro, I'm going to really show you who the second coming of Nardwar is.
All right, let me see.
All right. So the reason why you started to get into rap is when your older bro came back, but he got scooped up by the foster home people and he left a Walkman. But within those two tapes was Onyx Back the Fuck Up and The Cow. And The Cow was the very first tape that inspired you to rap when you were 10. It was the
Yes,
song
sir.
Yodel, Release Yodel.
Right, yes, sir. That's facts.
So with that song being so influential for you now too, is it hard to listen to that song these days now too? Because or does it give back the same feeling that the very first time you heard it back then?
No, I still get goosebumps when I hear any song off of Tikal, but in specific, Release Your Delph, because that song I used to play over and over and over and over. Like I popped that tape, bro.
Now, with you actually listening to that album so much, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it was Britney Payne that brought me into it." But I was always the one to like Mr. Sandman or Alicia was Delph. That's why when you said that, I was like, "Ah, my guy likes the B-side cut sometimes."
Yeah, I like B-side shit. I don't really fuck with like, all right, yeah, like Bring the Pain and the joint with Mary and all that. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that
those
shit
are
cool.
cool.
That shit cool. But I'm into like the B-side shit. Release Your Delph changed my life.
Now, with that being said, like knowing that you were gonna take rap serious at the age of 10 now too, I was curious. So way before the age of 10, like I understand that your pops was a real OG, I understand, because he took you to a Public Enemy Fight the Power video shoot where it turned into a riot, if I have my facts straight.
Yeah, bro. My dad used to take me to all type of shit. I was there when Nelson Mandela came home from prison and he came to New York City. I was there. And when, like you said, when Public Enemy did Fight the Power, and it was like a rally, and then it turned into a video shoot, and then it kind of like turned into a riot. I was there too. My dad was real into like at the time in the early 90s, everybody was like real Afrocentric and trying to discover, like, or trying to retrace our steps and trying to figure out our history and shit like that. Probably even before that, but in the 90s, it was real strong, like that sense of like, I'm black, Afrocentricity. And my father used to try to like expose us to all of that because I'm black and Puerto Rican. So I grew up predominantly with my mother on the Puerto Rican side, but my father used to come around and make sure that I was exposed to all of the extra things, and the other side of my culture. So he brought me to all different type of shit. Whatever was lit, in black culture at the time, my father brought me to, bro.
So a fight the power video shoot's a powerful thing to go to. Like, do you still like? Did you have to be told that you were there, or do you vividly remember it from back then?
No, I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. That's something you can't forget. It's something you can't forget. Like I said, that's something I vividly remember. I vividly remember Nelson Mandela because he was riding by in like a big ass limo. He was in like a motorcade. You know what I'm saying? And where we was at, it was kind of like we was like in between two buildings, but it was mad people. And my dad had us like high up. We was on like a scaffold or some shit like that. And when Mandela came by, you could just see his hand out the window. Like that's all I remember is his hand out the window. And everybody was freaking the fuck out, bro.
Like from back then, like that's something very powerful to be a part of now too, because that's definitely not going to happen in 2023. Like, because remember, a lot of people when they do videos now, it's not that major production like how it was. Like, do you remember when they were spending millions of dollars on these motion like video, like music video with 3.5 minutes? We just don't get that.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened. Like as far as like with Fight the Power, like I said, like my dad brought us out there because it was supposed to be like a Black Power rally. And like it was we were like I don't know, man. It was a protest against like police brutality and oppression and shit like that. Then they started playing the song Fight the Power, which was around the same time with the Rodney King stuff and the LA riots and all that. And they started playing that song and people started getting aggressive with the police. I vividly remember that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm glad my dad exposed me to stuff like that. It was life changing.
Because you got to see hip hop. Because you said that you got in like to hip hop like at the tail end of the 80s. You experienced. I like to say the 90s was the best, the gold, like the real golden era.
Yeah, it's the gold era. That's the golden era.
That's big facts right there for y'all listening right there. Because the 90s were just so pivotal and technology. Yeah, we didn't have the internet accessible, but tapes, CDs. I remember compact CDs were a big thing back then now too.
I remember when CDs came out, bro.
That was all cassettes.
Was crazy.
Before that, it was all cassettes for y'all. Yo, buyers over BS.
It was all cassettes and radio. That's when like people broke records on the radio and you heard new shit on the radio. Like, and it was exciting, like, bro, I remember, and I say this in other interviews, and you probably heard me say it before, like, I remember when Hot 97 used to just play house music and freestyle music, and they didn't play no rap music. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I heard Angie Martinez on the radio. Her first on-air broadcast, I listened to it. I was a little dude, you know what I'm saying? But I remember when Hot 97 transitioned from playing house and freestyle to hip hop. But before that, I remember when 98.7 was, it was, people might know it as Kiss FM. If you're from New York, it's Kiss FM. DJ Red Alert used to be on there, and that was the station where you listen to all the rap music at. So I've been following hip hop for a long, long time, bro.
And for you to take it serious now too, obviously that takes a lot of courage to put yourself out into the world now too. Now I understand that DJ Fly, man, like he was a part of your first 5-song EP. That's when you went by Regulator C, if I'm correct.
No, I was Protege at that point.
Okay, you were Protege. Okay, because I wasn't too sure if it was Regulator C or Protege.
That was before that. Before I came out with my first project that was on like a hard copy.
Yeah.
My little rap name in the hood was Regulator C, and then I changed it to Protege, like the older heads. You know what I'm saying? They named me that. And then I started going by that. And then when I got older, I dropped that shit and I just started going by Big Pro. And then later on, after that, I started going by Pro Dillinger.
Because you said Pro Dillinger was always inside you. It just took the right moment to unlock that Pro Dillinger. Because I can only imagine you having three. Because I love how you explain that in interviews now too. How you have three different rap lives now too. I was curious if we can go back and visit like some of those old lives because I have them written down right here. So
Hmm.
the very first projects that were physical were with DJ Fly, if we were correct before.
That was the first one, my first ever physical project.
Now, your second life projects, Exit 13, Kid Uncrowned, Animal Untamed, Raging Bull, Scum Guard, so was that under Big Pro or Protege?
All right, so what happened was I did I did the DJ Fly joint. That was like a self-titled EP. It was 5 songs. I produced 3 of the beats on there. I was making beats back then.
Okay.
Um, so I was trying to be like a producer. I didn't really want to be a rapper, but I didn't have nobody to rap on my beat, so I rapped on it. After that, um, I was with I got with a crew, you know what I mean? It was called Gritty Life. I did some stuff with them or whatever. Like we did a bunch of stuff. And then I got with another crew called Team RSP. Shout to Sep and Potato God. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
dudes that's
true.
they from my hood from back in the day. You know, I was with them doing music. They used to Sep used to rap. Potato God used to make our beats and shit. It was the other dudes in our crew, but you know, that's how I like hone my skills between those two camps. I came out with a project called The Free Agent. And then I ended up working more with Gritty Life, and I started putting out them solo projects. Exit 13 was after I put out The Free Agent, then I put out
Missions is over.
yup, I put out Auditions Is Over, and then I put out
Journal
Journal of a Captain. Yup.
Okay. Okay, we were
That
correct.
was that was that was the first Rap Life.
Okay.
Then the second one was Exit 13, King Uncrowned, Raging Bull, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. Scum God, Scum Talk, Scum God,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then at that point, I was starting to gain my stride. I was working with dudes from my neighborhood, like guys that I had around me, and we were like forming our own thing. We had Scum Squad and we was doing our shit. After all of that, like crumbled or whatever, I was pretty much done with it. And then you know, you know, I was like, let me try this one more time. And that's when I started my third life where everyone's foul. And then now I'm living like my third rap life right now. From everyone's foul to dirty work, this is my third rap life.
Now, they say the third time is the charm. I don't know if you ever heard that saying, the third time is the
Third
charm.
time's a charm, bro.
Okay, so the very first time when you decided to give it one more go, what did you tell yourself if it wasn't gonna go the way that you thought of now too? And what changes did you have to make from your artistry from your second to your third? Like your habits, let's say.
But in between all of those projects, I chilled for a little bit.
Okay.
So after Journal of a Captain, I stopped rapping, you know, for like, because I was still in the streets and trying to do like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, I wasn't like fucking John Gotti. I was just regular street level, just trying to
You're trying to
find my way.
find a way in life.
Yeah, just navigating, bro. Like, just doing weird shit as, you know, a young nigga selling drugs and gang banging, whatever, and just trying to figure it out. And I didn't start taking it real serious until everyone's foul.
Now, when you reception that when that came in now too, did you immediately feel it, or did it take one or two projects for people to catch on? Because a lot of people in this invincible Renaissance era, they can find you by the most random album that you put out if they're not really in tune from the start. So when you put
Yeah.
out Post Foul, like did it immediately get the reception that you've always been wanted, or did it take time to actually push it? Because I noticed with those projects even before that you were always like a 5, 6 song EP guy.
Hmm. When I put out Everyone's Foul, I knew immediately that like I was onto something. That was the first project that I did where I was like, I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna do the beats I want to do. I'm not like I don't care about what's happening right now. Like as far as like the Sonics, you know, and shit like that. I'm just kind of like just do my thing. And when I got the reception back from everyone's foul, and I'm like, all right, people fucking with this shit. Like, I'm kind of like, this was my introduction. Boom. So I'm like, so I came right back with 2 foul. Boom. You know what I mean? I came back with 2 foul. Bang. Then that shit kind of like gained some steam. But when I really, really, really like noticed that people were paying attention was Most Foul.
Okay.
Most Foul, Sep did that cover for me. I got the beats from Most Beats, you know, who's an original Umbrella member. So it's from Most Beats, you know what I mean? That's my little brother. He's an incredible producer. And he was good like that from when he was 16, 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I worked with him when he was still a teenager. The project came out fire. That got everyone's attention. That's the one where I started getting put in playlists and rotations, and DJs started fucking with it and whatever. And from there, once I seen that, I just kept going. Like, I just kept pushing. But at the same time, the umbrella was growing. You know what I mean? Snotty was putting out work. Mickey was putting out work. Josiah was putting out work. You know, like, everything was coming together behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You know, fast forward a couple years later, and we here, and it's now, and we the biggest thing moving in the scene.
Yo, that's fast. Yo, that big facts right there for y'all listening right now, because you can't. If you in this underground renaissance, you see that gun umbrella. I love the logo. Yo, Dark Arts. Yo, that logo right there is gonna be like an iconic logo, like the Wu-Tang Clan logo.
Exactly. The umbrella is like our W. You know what I mean? You see that shit is like the bat signal, and that purple umbrella emoji. You see that shit everywhere now. You know, and there's even niggas that's not down with us or not down with us no more that still try to like use that shit for their advantage. You feel me?
Now,
But
what's the umbrella? Like, okay, so 1919. Is that separate from the umbrella?
19 is the genesis of the umbrella. 19 is the beginning.
Okay.
So like I told you before in one of my previous lives, we all went by Scum Squad Entertainment.
Yeah.
Scum Squad was more like on a street level, like on some gang shit, but we try to flip it to music and entertainment. But a lot of people wasn't working with us because of what was happening outside of the music. So we weren't gaining no traction outside of our neighborhood. Like, everybody in the neighborhood knew who he was and shit, but we wasn't gaining no traction outside the neighborhood. So when I stopped for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, we want to try again, I changed it from Scum Squad to 19 Entertainment, because 19 is the letter S in the alphabet. So I put 1919, like how the Mexicans do it with gangbanging. So instead of Scum Squad Entertainment, it's 19 Entertainment now. And I just changed it into just music shit now. It don't got nothing to do with gangbanging no more.
Flip the negative to a positive. I love when you tell that story about the 18th letter, because it's still Scum Squad, but it's more of a grown up version. 1919. It's like
we refined it.
Positive change.
Exactly. We rebranded. You know what I'm saying? We rebranded for the sake of keeping it going. You know, if we would have left it as Scum Squad, nigga, that shit would have got burnt out, or we would all been in the feds or something. So we changed it, and we try to make it more based on music. And a lot of people that was with me before, they're not with me now because of the energy that they brought around what I was trying to do. So what was going on before, is dead. That's no longer a thing. You know, the real scummies, like the people that was with me before, they here now as 19. So we was all 19 before it. You know what I mean? When I got with Snotty, we was still 19. We ain't even was Umbrella yet. You know what I'm saying? So Snotty came with me under 19. You know, we created the Umbrella together off a phone call, and then we started recruiting people. Originally, Josiah the Gift was recruited to us, you know what I'm saying, as part of the Umbrella. But he has his own thing, like Board of Own. That's what I'm saying. Like, we all got our own shit, but the Umbrella covers everything.
Yeah, it's a collective.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but 19 was the seed.
Yeah. The Mecca of
There's
that thing.
yeah, everything came from 1-9 because without 1-9, it wouldn't have been an umbrella because I was 1-9 by myself. My niggas wasn't rapping with me. They was just like, you rap.
Yeah.
The people that was rapping with me before stopped rapping and was like, you rap. So I was like, all right, I kept rapping. But I went and got somebody else that could lighten the load for me. I got Snotty. Then we found Joe. We found a couple other dudes. And then I found Mick. You know what I'm saying? Mickey Diamond. And then we kept going. We just kept going and kept going and kept going. And you know, now I got a team so strong, it's like a starting 5 NBA lineup.
Yo, that's true. Yeah, like, yeah, that's true right there. But so I understand now too. This really shows the growth of an artist. What can happen in 5 years? Because I remember the very first time Snarty came across my radar. I remember Trevor Lane was telling me about this guy named Snarty. He's like, "Yo, you really gotta fuck with this guy named Snarty right here." And I remember the very first time I heard him, because Trevor Lane told me about him before. I'm like, "Okay, I'll get to him." But when I heard him on IMT2's project, now if you don't know
Yeah.
IMT2,
T2, yeah, T2.
I shout out to my guy Ike from the Heights. All right, what up, my guy?
Yeah.
That project they put out was very impactful to this platform right now because
For
everyone
sure.
project we got into, and that's what we followed them throughout the years now too. But for Snarty now too, it really feels like that he was meant to find you, and you guys were meant to make the umbrella together. Because I don't know if you're a big believer on Destiny.
For sure.
Now, would you consider like a lot of people say, I don't know when you first met him, right? Like I don't know if you met him over the internet or in real life, but have
Mm.
you ever like had that connection with an artist? It's like, damn, it's like I swear I met you in another life before.
Well, most of the guys that's in the umbrella, you know, like we're all family, you know, like I don't know. I think that's the part of this, the reason why we're all successful is because we're all brothers. We talk to each other every day on a regular basis. Like I might talk to 3 guys from Detroit, and then I might talk to my niggas from Arizona the next day, and
Hey, you
then
guys
I
are
might be on the phone. Like, yeah, because we all over the place. So it's like from one day to the next, I'm talking to a bunch of dudes from different states. It's 14 of us in a group.
Oh wow, wow. Okay, I never knew there was 14 of y'all. Now, geez, see how can it can expand from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. So this is what I like about the umbrella because the amount of people that you guys have in it, like you can't not hear of you guys. So do you guys have like rules sometimes now too? Like we all support each other the same way because there's no ego. That's one thing I noticed about this collective right here. Nobody has ego. Like I'm better than him. I'm better than this person in the collective. There's none of that.
Don't get me wrong. We do that, but behind the scenes, and we
Oh,
only
okay.
do it to each other.
All right.
Yeah,
But in a
and
playful manner, pause.
not even playful. We're really competitive with each other, but that's how it's supposed to be. This, what I'm saying is, this shit, what we do, it's a brotherhood, but it's really a lion's den. Like, you know, it's a chicken coop. We're always trying to outmatch each other. Like, we're always testing ourselves and testing our swords and our abilities as artists, bro. Like, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us grew up with brothers. Well, most of us grew up with brothers, older sisters and shit. I used to always be fighting my brothers, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Always. We used to always be in some type of physical competition, basketball, fighting in the room real quiet so my parents wouldn't wake up, some shit like that, playing motherfucking Skelly and shit. Like we used to do all type of shit to compete with each other.
That's
Yo,
right.
bro, we used to do all type of competitive shit with each other as brothers. And so right now, it's the same thing. It's the same feeling. Like some of us are older, some of us are younger, some of us been in the street, some of us haven't, whatever. But it's just like it's brotherhood, bro. We're always trying to one up each other, and that's how we're staying sharp. We're never comfortable, you know. And me, you know, I hate to, and I don't want to sound crazy. I hate to sound like, you know, like I never go on an interview and be like, I'm the leader, I'm the whatever. Like I never do that. I never do that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not even the face of the umbrella right now. You know what I mean? But behind the scenes, I'd like to think that, you know, all of my brothers have a level of respect for me where it's like I'm able to orchestrate and kind of and move pieces and run plays with my niggas and look over game plans and shit like that. That's the important stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who's the best or who's putting out the most music or whatever. It's about really like staying together. Who's keeping the team cohesive? Who's keeping us on the same page? Who's keeping us on the same level and in the same book? You know what I mean? So like what we do, it's like a check, it's like a system with checks and balances. If somebody act like they're a little too much, the rest of us check that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's bigger than the brand. Nobody's bigger than that logo. That umbrella, nobody's bigger than that. So we make it our business to have a system of checks and balances. Every decision that's made by the umbrella is by vote and majority rules. That's how we keep things in line. You know what I'm saying? That's how we keep things balanced. There's no leaders. There's no bosses. It's like everybody has a say.
Do you think that you learned that watching past collectives like G Unit and Dipset?
Hell, absolutely. That's where everybody flops. You know, like that's where everybody flops, bro. The umbrella's not a group. The umbrella's not a business. The umbrella's not. That's a collective. That's us. That's my bros. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in the umbrella is responsible and in charge for their own business. Bro Dillinger is a business. Snotty is a business. Mickey Diamond is a business. Josiah the Gift is a business. We're all our own entities. The umbrella is just what covers us.
See, now I don't know if there's you guys hinted towards it before, but this is why I like there's no major umbrella project that people can go to yet because it gives the listeners chances to find individual collective members from the umbrella. Like the other day, yeah, I was just banging the hell out of Big Trip's album the other day. Shout out to my guy Big Trip the other day. But like this is
Trip's
what
an animal.
But like this is what I like about the umbrella. There is no like you can go to this album, that's the umbrella album. No, you gotta go to multiple pieces of album. You get like you give I don't take offense to this. You guys give us doses like a dope dealer, man, because like even on the Mickey Diamond Stone Island shooters, I was like, oh my god. If these I don't know if
bro, here's the shit, right? It's like every album's an umbrella album. Every album that we drop collect like as individuals is an umbrella album. You know what I'm saying?
Same, I notice.
We all contribute. You know, if we on it or not, there's a contribution to the album, where it's creatively or whatever. Like behind the scenes, there's a lot of shit that goes on that people don't see. You know, we all hear the albums first before it comes out. Like, it's not just like we're not just shooting from the hip, bro. It's like we pretty much got a formula now to where it's like nothing whack is gonna come from our camp ever. Nothing subpar is gonna come from the umbrella because it's all pre-screened. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody hears everything that's about to drop. Ain't no secret albums.
Yeah, or at least we're like in the group, not the public eye.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, say Mac Nice finish an album, right? He'll come in the group chat and drop the link for it. Yo, here, listen to this. Let me know what y'all think. It's supposed to be dropping whoop de whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? Same shit, bro. Every single time, bro.
So
that's for any of us. The project has to have the approval of the group for it to come out.
See, and I like how like this. I'm pretty sure there was times you said no sometimes now too, because you can't always have a group of yes men because that's where the flaws are going to come in sometimes. So a lot of people don't like hearing the word no sometimes now too. But sometimes you just got to be really honest. Sometimes like now is not the time. So have you ever did that for a project before and everyone said no? but then you came back after and it was a different vibe because like, okay, now is the time for this.
Nah, not necessarily projects, but like moves, you know, and like um, like shit, like overreacting to things that we thought might have been aimed at us, or you know, there's decisions to be made, right? And like I told you, like for the most part, 90% of the time, everything is left up to a vote and majority rules,
Yeah.
right? Um, that last 10% of the time, me and Snotty, um, we have the the ability and the right to veto certain decisions, but we bring it to a council.
Yeah. Like everyone's
So it's like, yeah, like not everyone. Like if I want to veto something, I'll pull the originals into a group chat and be like, I don't like this. I want it da 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 da. And I'm telling y'all first.
yeah.
Like it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a situation not too long ago with some members that's no longer with us or whatever, but something took place. I hollered at my inner council, my trusted circle or whatever. I let them know what my intentions was. I asked their opinions, and then I move forward with the action. Everything in the umbrella is calculated, bro. It's nothing. We not shooting nothing from the hip.
And you're a very respectable man now too, and it shows that you don't have ego now too. Because I remember we won't say it, we won't get into that. But I remember when you had like the little certain, when certain members were disagreeing with you and they were going on Instagram and saying wild shit, but you never responded in a negative way, because, at least where we can't find it. But it shows that, you know why? Because it's like, I don't need to focus on that. I'm winning. You know how long it took for me to win? You think I'm going to let this little bit of drama stop me? That's what I like about your character now, too. It's like, I know how much you work for you to win, how much you want to win now, too. Because I bet you there was times in your in your first rap life, you were just like, damn, man, I wish I could just get like somebody just to hear this, just the right ears. Now, man, I'll be surprised if people don't know who the hell Pro Dillinger is.
The point is to make more people know who Pro Dillinger is, and beyond that, the point is to make more people know who the umbrella is. Like, the purpose of Pro Dillinger is to expand the brand of the umbrella and 1-9. That's my purpose. I'm not here to be the Beyonce of my crew or the 50 of my crew, or I'm just a spoke in the wheel like everybody else. You know what I mean? Speaking to your point before that, what was you saying right before that, Lo?
About no egos within the group.
We can't afford to have egos. You know what I'm saying? It's too much things happening right now to get involved in those type of games or issues, because it's with this shit. I feel like it's about timing. You know what I mean? Everybody has their time. So, like, to me, it's no such thing as luck. It's timing. It's preparation. You know what I'm saying? It's God. Like, there's a lot of things that are variables into what rappers, say like, oh, it's my time. When it's really your time, there's a lot of stars that have to line up for it to be your time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. That's very true.
Them stars lined up, for my brother Mickey Diamond. It's his time right now. You know what I'm saying? Them stars lined up for the whole gang, but there was work, there was foundation, and there was bricks placed prior to that brought us to these times. You know what I'm saying? Everything is like it's like a progression, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly like a ladder, It has to be rungs, before you can go like this. You feel me? So all of us play a part in each and every one of our individual successes. You know what I'm saying? There would be no none of this if there was no Snotty.
Mm.
You know, there would be none of this if there was no Mickey Diamond and Josiah the Gift, and it would just be Pro Dillinger rapping.
Yeah.
There would be none of this if there was no Rob De Niro and Bishop and for Flopsis and Fruitless. These are the brothers that trusted me
Sound.
with their lives. They entrusted me, you know, and we made good. We made good. We're not done yet though. So,
Oh,
you know, like that's where I'm at now. It's like I'm not satisfied with where we at. We have to continue what we're doing. And more of us need to have our times. More of us need to be presented these more of us will have these opportunities and times. You know what I'm saying? It's just we just have to keep working and keep cultivating and keep doing good business, creating good relationships with people, making classic music, quality music, not just throwing shit out there, just throw it out there, you know? And I
and
feel like the
a
umbrella,
lot of that nowadays. We're just like, here, have this. It's like, well, where's the quality control?
where's the quality control? Exactly. So the umbrella is like you getting good dope every time. You know what I'm saying? Um, every single time. Nobody's taking the recipe and chopping it down and stepping on it and making it like red magic or whatever. It's blue magic, and that's what it is. Big umbrella shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do what we're doing right now because we're the only ones that do it like this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because you guys like and it's not even that now too, but it's a unique style that you guys have. Where I'm gonna go with this now too. I'm gonna play this clip.
Hey, yo, yeah. Nigga, let me hear Talk your shit, yeah. You got it.
Rain coming in, my son sleeping.
Yeah.
He in the room dreaming. I'm brushing up on my
gun cleaning. Talk your motherfucking shit, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that clip being right there. Now I remember that flyer. Mind you, I wasn't there for that concert, but I remember seeing that flyer and all the umbrella was there at the time. And I'm like, yo, this is gonna be one hell of a fucking show. So everyone performed, but like I was curious, like, did you even perform in the building that night, or did they like cut it like off, like? So take us back to that night.
All right, so that night was weird, right? Because we had that show was set up by one of our other members. Shout to ID Rich, that's Fruitless brother. Um, ID Rich, he's a good dude, and he does a lot behind the scenes on some underground shit. ID Rich got access to a venue, but on very short notice, right? So the one and only Umbrella show was put together on 30 days notice, right? 30 days notice, and we got a lot of guys that's out of town, out of state, you know what I'm saying? Out the country, you know? So we had to put everything together in 30 days, our sets, everything, bro. So that night, we get to that night, and there's other dudes on the, because we wasn't in control of the booking. So there's other dudes there that were on the booking.
I noticed that there was like other at the last minute. I see this other flyer. I'm like, wait, this wasn't like the original flyer I seen before.
So it was mad weird, but you know, the bills got to get paid. So you got to get these open air acts on there. You know, they pay their fee or whatever to get on the bill. You feel what I'm saying? Guys, there's like mad random dudes on the bill, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just fucking, there was a bunch of guys though, like, you know, upstate niggas and shit like that. They come, they do their thing, whatever. The real show starts. My man Buff Styles going. He set the shit off with mad energy. Shout out to my brother Buff Styles, man. I love that dude. Coca King in New York City. So he sets it off. My man Chubbs is up there, Dusty up there. They set it off. Shit's lit. Whatever, whatever. The umbrella set starts. We go up. Everybody do their shit. Whatever. The promoters start beefing like, yo, the club got to shut down by 2, da 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 da. But there's still a few of us left to perform. I'm supposed to be closing the show. I'm headlining, right? So they get to Snotty set. They rush his set. They get to Josiah's set, they rush his set. Both of them do like one joint, I think. I grab the mic, they turn the lights on, they cut the music off.
Yeah, well,
I didn't even get to do one word.
yeah, I suppose it wasn't a riot. I would have been pissed off. Like, yo, we got one song each. Like, what the hell? Where the promoter at?
I drops the mic. I'm getting ready I want to flip the venue. My niggas is mad. The shit was about to get weird. You know what I'm saying? I get ushered outside. Mac grabbed me. Mac Nice. Shout to Mac Nice. I love this nigga, man, because shit would have went ugly if he ain't grabbed me. This nigga grabbed me. And he's like, nah, big bro, nah, you know, da-da-da-da. Because I'm trying to figure out who cut the music off or whatever, right? He grabbed me. He take me outside. J. Royale and my Dirt Platoon niggas from Baltimore, they out there. But they got a megaphone. They got like a riot, like a megaphone. You know what I'm saying? J. Royale like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Spit your shit right now. They give me the megaphone. And then hear Trip come out of nowhere. Big Trip come out of nowhere. He like, spit your shit, nigga. Spit your shit. And I just did I did my set a cappella in front of the club on the sidewalk.
Did you expect that much fans to actually come around for that now too? Because I like how Lukey said this now too. Shout out to my guy Lukey Cage. He said this was the moment that made you a legend within this game. Was that moment at Chelsea? I think on your Twitter you actually named it Foul Live at Chelsea.
Foul in Chelsea.
And yo, like when I watched it, I was like, that's gonna be a very pivotal, memorable moment within your career now too, because it's all about how you stand out in this game. Who the hell ever done that before? You know what I mean? And actually made the impact of it did to where it did. I was always story behind it.
I was ready to leave, bro.
Yo, shout out to the young kid in the back.
Yeah, it's my son, man. He be wild. But I was ready to leave. I was ready to just like get in my car and get the fuck out of there. And you know, I was pissed off, bro. And so that moment was like real impromptu. And I didn't realize the gravity of the moment until the next day.
Okay.
I had no idea. I was like, I did that shit. I said peace to everybody and I got the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the gravity of the moment till the next day, like when people were posting it and I was getting all types of DMs about the shit or whatever. And I want to thank J. Royale for that, because if J. Royale and Big Trip, they really gave me like the courage and the rationale to be cool and you know what I'm saying, like let my mind relax from that and to still be able to give the people that came out to support something. I gave them something, you know, like a memory, you know, and but I didn't realize what I was doing in that moment.
See, it's all about placing. Because I always imagine like, what if, what if this happened? What if this happened? I can only imagine if J. Royale was never there with that megaphone. Like, you know what they say, like certain people are supposed to be there in times of your life. He was supposed to be there with that megaphone for that moment for you.
Yo, real shit, bro. And you know, to this day, you know, I thank him for that, because he really locked me in. He was like, bro, like, fuck that shit. Do your shit right now. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, like, all right. And I just did it. Like, I just went for it because I just was in such a rage. You know what I mean? And then the next day, when I seen all the reposts and shit like that, I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, you know?
I don't know if you obviously you grew up watching hip hop. You know, there's legendary moments where they have like D-Max rapping here, or like, you know, Jay-Z rapping here. That moment, whoever captured it on camera, I don't know who captured it, but yo.
That was my brother. That was Potato God that caught that.
Oh, yo, Potato God, man, you got a moment in history now, because when you look back, I bet you, like, you know, whenever you do the Pro Dillinger documentary, that part's gonna be in it.
I hope so. I hope that's part of like my archives and my digital footprint, because really that's what I'm doing it for. Like, of course, everybody wants to make money and shit like that, but I'm trying to leave a digital footprint for when my kids are older and everything is on computers and everything is robots and shit, and I'm in the dirt or whatever. They could look back and be like, you know, this was my dad. You know, my dad was somebody.
Oh yeah,
that's really why.
this is what I think about an artist who does interviews. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Pro. When
Mm-hmm.
you're a fan of your music, it wasn't any album. It was
Mm.
interviews with the Abyss podcast. I remember like the very first interview you did with them. I'm like, damn, yo, this guy's like really humble, man. Like, but yeah, it felt that you had a story to tell. Second interview came out. I'm like, hey, let me see what this guy has to say. And then I wanted more. So I started trying to find Protege mixtapes. I tried to find regulated key like tape. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was looking for old Protege interviews. I was looking for old regulator C interviews. I'm like, yeah. So I was curious. Do you archive everything that you do from your past just to keep it? Just to say, I have this.
Like the stuff from like my first rap life, like
Yeah.
my mom has all in a box. My mom has all of like the physical shit. Like she has like I remember one time I was with this independent label. They gave me a couple $1,000. I had some promotional T-shirts and bandanas and shit, and physical CDs and stuff like that. My mom has all that shit from like my first rap life. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of shit from the second one too. Like, so I personally don't archive for. I've only been archiving since Everyone's Foul.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
But so right now, like, all right, so what is it? So Dirty Work altogether since the first one, since the DJ Fly tape, this is like my 27th physical
Jesus Christ.
project. Yeah.
Remember back then when we used to have to wait like years for a second album? Like 5 years for the second album? Like if you
Yo, for sure.
7? Was Most Foul your first vinyl, or did you have vinyls pressed up from your first or second rap life? I was curious about that.
Most Foul was the first vinyl opportunity that I got. That, and if I'm mistaken, I think, and I might be mistaken, I think it was the first vinyl deal that anyone in the umbrella got.
Okay, yeah, because that's the earliest. I think that was what 2019.
That was 19. That was like the late 18, early 19. If I don't know. I think Josiah had one before me. I'm not sure, but I had to deal with Frank's vinyl for Most Foul. That
Oh
was my
yeah,
first one. And at that point, it was only like certain guys that was having vinyl situations.
yeah, I know.
So it was a big deal for me at the time because I had never had my music pressed up, on nothing but CDs and shit and tapes. I didn't even know people were still consuming vinyl. So that opened up a whole nother side of the game for me because I'm like, oh shit. Hey, pardon me, bro.
Oh, that's all good.
That opened up a whole nother portion of the game for me because at that point I realized that these people, they're not fans, they're collectors.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, these that the underground heads was really like buying shit because like trading cards, like you get somebody rookie card and shit like that.
that's true.
Most Foul is my rookie card. That's
Ah,
how I look at it. That's the first one that everybody was like, you need to start paying attention to this dude. Do you have this? You don't have this. I got it though. Like that first Frank vinyl run, whoever got a Most Foul from Frank's vinyl in like 2 or 3 more years, that shit gonna be worth a good amount of bread. The way I'm cooking up right now, it's gonna be crazy because that was a real limited run. Frank's took a gamble on me, and I'll forever appreciate them for that because it showed maybe not all of my niggas, but some of my niggas, most of them, it showed them like, all right, boom, this is where we gonna take it. We gonna kill them with the vinyl shit. And then that's what happened, bro. Right now, there's no team in the underground that move more vinyl to physical units than the umbrella. That's a fact.
that's true. See, like a lot of people, I don't like when they do the Griselda comparisons because a lot of the Griselda fans, they weren't there for that vinyl run. That's why when they see you guys doing it, it's like it's Griselda. It's like, no, it's not. Because this is different. They have different vibrance. These guys were the originators of the custom OBI strip. Before you guys, no one was doing the custom OBI strip. It was the Umbrella Collective doing it. I remember
we did that, bro. Bro, we started that, bro. We started that, bro. When my brother Mickey Dime, yo, bro, we started. I'm not saying started the OB game, but
no, but you changed it.
We started doing the fly OBs, the fire shits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The championship belts, the fucking garbage can OBs, the different shit, bro.
I remember
you know what I'm saying?
That the wrestling for Stin versus Flair, that OB for that.
Come on, son. The OB for Iron Mike for Josiah's project. Like, come on, bro. We took this shit and did what we wanted to do with it. Like, and the shit that we envisioned in our minds, we making this shit fucking happen, bro. I'm not trying to be on here bragging. I don't want anybody that's hearing this interview to think that I'm bragging. Like, I'm not trying to brag, bro. But
it's giving what credit's due.
Yo, bro, what me and my niggas are doing and what we've done is we're seeing a lot of people doing behind us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Producers that we've worked with, artists that we've worked with, you know, video niggas that we worked with. We noticed that a lot of, like, I'm not saying we setting the trends. I'm not gonna, because once again, I'm trying to maintain my humble. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we setting trends. What I'm saying is that we're doing a lot of things that are being emulated by niggas, you know what I'm saying? And making a lot of different people trying to be around us to elevate their own self. We not on that, bro. We not trying to be around nobody to get to a different level or no shit like that. We just doing us. We not taking, like, it's a big difference, bro. Cause we don't got no big cosigns. We don't take no fucking handouts. There's no label behind us. Like, you know, it's just Copenhagen fucking with us and bars over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas know, bro, that's not no major budget shit like that. We doing this shit ourselves, bro.
Yeah. Because the independent that you guys are pushing now too, like, I never thought that, I'm sorry, I was questioning, did you ever think that you see the day that you would have different vibrance of your vinyl? Like, this one's purple.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Never in my life. Ever. Never. When I saw that Friends vinyl shit and I held that vinyl in my hand for the first time, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. I was like, damn, I felt stupid because up to that point with Most Foul, right? I told myself, damn, if I was doing this shit 5 years ago, like really like locked in to the underground, like the way I am now, and I knew my demographic and I knew my sound and I knew my voice and the producers I need to be working with and the shit I need to be doing, I would have been rich already. Right. I would have been rich already.
But it's all about timing, though. It's all about, like, you know, maybe back then it wasn't that time, you know? Now.
Maybe it wasn't the time. Divine timing. You heard, Lo?
Yeah. So, with you having 27 projects now, too, like, everyone has their own way of breaking down this discography. So, one of the questions that I had for you is there a certain way that you break down your discography, beginning with Most Foul? Like, I was curious. Like, don't take offense to this now, too. But Pray for Prey really felt like your debut album, like a full body of work. Like that album felt so complete front to back. That was like, I gave you guys like the EPs like for the warm up for this, if that makes sense.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Pray for My Prey was my first full length LP. Shout to Finn, Gold Era Music, Lord Juco, Daniel Son, Ason Eastwood, the Black Nazi, man, like. All my brothers from Canada, man. At that, it was weird too because I was a real big fan of Gold Era and BBM and you know Daniel Son, all them what they do on that side, man. And then them brothers, I put out a couple projects and them dudes just embraced me, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Them dudes just embraced me. That whole country, like that underground scene over there, they just embraced me, bro. Like, so when I did the project with Finn, it was real natural.
Yeah.
Because I already was like fucking with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even on some music shit, just, you know,
I understand you used to build with Finn even before the project. Like you guys would just go back and forth in DM. He would give you advice, and then you would ask him certain stuff, and then that's how it came naturally. Like for Pray for My Prey.
the same thing with like with Finn, with Lord Juco, Daniel San, Sibs Rock, you know what I'm saying? Future Wave, you know, all of them like showed me the same love, you know, and they all like kind of like helped me along this shit initially when I first started, you know, and they were like some of the first dudes to show me love.
So
You know, I don't know these dudes.
On your debut. It only makes sense.
So, right. So then when it was time for me to work on that album, I didn't even have to ask for no favors. You know, everybody just wanted to like help me with that shit. So Finn was like, oh, you want Daniel San? You want A-San? You want Nazi? You want this? I'm like, I want all of them, like, you know, on the project. You feel me? So it was real natural when I did that. And for it to be my first full length project in the underground, it made perfect sense. And it was, and like you said, it was like really good timing. When that project came out, it was like perfect timing. The rollout was perfect. The videos was perfect. Like everything was perfect.
Vinyl came out amazing. Oh, did we see
the vinyl was fire? You know, all the variants was fire. The fans was happy. Like, I'm still selling copies of Pray for My Prey right now, bro. People still are looking for that project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like how, like you bring up something now too. You still bring up that old projects. Sorry, you still selling that old project because it's like trading cards. Like nowadays, like I seen like a Charizard card go for like $350. I seen a Mickey Diamond vinyl go for like $350, and then I went to go see Pro Dillinger. I was like, this vinyl was going for like $450 Canadian. You know, I'll send you the link, but that's Canadian. It's different currency though.
Yo, bro, there's a they, like you said, bro, they take our shit, like our early shits, and like back in like when Everyone's Foul came out around that era, we were doing weird shit. We was like pressing up like 3 copies, you know what I'm saying, and be like super limited, da 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 da. But it's like 5 years later, whoever bought them 3 copies got some shit that nobody else has.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a copy of Everyone's Foul right now. That shit was online for over $600 because it had a limited, like it had a cover. Like it was this. It's a one of one, right? And no, it's an artwork done by Phoclopsis, and it was like it's a black and white photo, bunch of people in like a lake swimming, and another dude about to get executed, like into the lake. It's crazy, bro. But just because of that artwork, that vinyl sold damn near $700.
And you don't even have.
But through not hell nah. But it's through a reseller, you know, like. The resellers is like, they really fucking shit up because like the artists, we do special shit like that, like for the fans, you know, for the people that really like appreciate what we do. And then we can't tell if it's a reseller buying it. You know, we don't know. So it's like they buy the shit, they take advantage, and then you take my shit. You're not throwing this in your personal collection. You trying to get the most bang for your buck off of it. So you gave Pro Dillinger $70 for autographed joint or whatever, or you gave Mickey Diamond $100 for autographed standard or whatever, and you going online trying to sell the shit $300-400, and we don't get none of that.
Yeah, I never understood like the reselling. Like, I remember trying to buy like an actual Orosaki vinyl because I want to listen to it. I'm not trying to resell it. Like I listen to my vinyl when I buy it. I bought like Matt. See, that's the thing about me. I don't show what I buy because I don't want to look like I bought this person's vinyl. I listen to my vinyl. A lot of the projects that I listen to, I really don't want to listen digitally. I need to hear it on the physical because the vinyl sound, you don't get that sound on a digital phone. You don't get that sound.
Right.
So
you're a fucking collector. You're a real one.
Well, I got it right here. So, but that's the thing though. I love this game too much to actually think about how the hell am I going to resell it if I can't listen? Yeah, I can have it on the phone. It's like, okay, well, what if Apple Music goes down? There's been times when my internet goes down, just throw it on the vinyl player. It's like, oh man, see, like that's what I mean.
And those things cannot be replaced, brother. You know what I'm saying? Years and years and years and years and years from now, those vinyls will still be in your collection.
Yeah.
My father had a vast vinyl collection, most of them from the 70s, bro, like in 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad had like real shit that you had to blow dust off of, you know?
Oh,
Mad crates.
Especially the original.
Mad crates. You heard? Mad crates of just classic vinyl. Classic vinyl. That's where I come from, you know? Like, I don't collect vinyl. I don't have a vinyl. I collect my shit and my nigga shit so that when everything hits the fan, that's gonna be for my kids.
Yeah.
You know, if one day I progress in this game and I'm 50, you know, 50 whatever, and I'm like, yo, done with this shit, I'm selling all that shit and I'm giving this shit to my kids.
And that's how it should be, though, because it's the foundation for your family.
Word. Or I'm just giving that shit to them. Y'all hold on to this. Who knows what it's gonna be worth later?
Yeah. Especially the rate that this vinyl game and you guys are going now. Because every project that I noticed by you, you get like better and better. And you also gain like a lot more traction now too. Because I noticed, I was like, damn, this guy is like, he's gonna come with the album that is like gonna like, okay, so you know how Pray for My Prey was your debut album now too. Do you feel like you had like a breakthrough album yet? Like the one that let people know I'm here, like Forever Foul. Like, did you consider that one your second LP? This is why I want to talk
No.
about discography.
All right. So Pray for My Prey was my first full length, right? And that was separate from everything else. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but it's like the Foul Tapes is a series.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Foul Tapes is a series, and then that's why I was curious if Dirt Don't Hurt or Dirty Work is a part of a new series with Dirt as.
You're a fucking genius, right? You're a genius, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Forever Foul was the last installment of the Foul Tapes, and then I started a new series, the Dirt Tapes. So I did fucking Dirty Knife, Dirt Don't Hurt.
With Casey Jones, yeah, my bad, yeah.
Right. So I did Dirty Knife, Dirt Don't Hurt, and then Dirty Work. And then this next project that I'm coming out with is I don't know if I should be revealing this or not. If
you don't maybe have to honor.
I'm working on a project with Future Wave, and I'm gonna call it the Dirt Wave.
Oh shit, yeah, that's one I see. I don't know if you go on Facebook or Twitter a lot.
I'm on Twitter all the time.
So do you ever just take the time just to type in your own name and see what people are saying about you?
Never.
Okay, so for somebody who is a fan of your music and wants to see what people are saying about on you, so we have this Facebook group, Drumwork Griselda program, but it's all about, it's just a name, right? It has all the underground artists.
Yeah.
I keep seeing that Pro Dillinger, Snarty, and Mickey Diamond, these three on a song should do an album together. Like, how good? So this is why I'm curious that if you ever like just research yourself on the internet, just to get ideas from, just because you never know what a certain fan can say and it would spark that idea. I don't know if you ever heard when Jay-Z said Spurs. They just come to you when you read something.
Me, Snotty, and Mickey are working on an album together right now. We're like maybe
Steiner Brothers.
Almost. No, Steiner Brothers is done. That drops on October 5th.
So this is like, oh shit. So we got all three of y'all rapping. Okay.
Yeah. So Steiner Brothers is just me and Snotty, but Mickey's featured on it. Josiah's featured on it. Yeah, those are the only two features that's on it. And that's on one record. The rest is just me and Snotty. Various producers, whatever. That shit drops October 5th on Copenhagen Crates and Bars Over Bullshit.
Oh shit.
You know,
exclusive right here, y'all.
Yeah, that's facts. It's exclusive shit. Me, Mickey, and Snotty, all three of us are working on a project together.
Man, that's gonna fuck shit up right there, yo. Because a lot of people have been asking ever since they hear you. I like to say, Stone Island Shooters. Yo, every time that song, I gotta send you clips of that on Facebook on that group. A lot of people post that on there. It's like, this is the song that made me want an album by these three. I was like, damn, you should listen to the more to the discography because there's more when you guys collaborate. But when you guys make an album cut, like what's the difference between an album cut and something like we're not putting this out?
I don't really know, like, bro, like we just do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Snot's working on something and he needs whoever, he'll just hit him like, yo, hey, like, I need a verse. And then like the next week, the verse gonna get sent to him, and then it's Snotty and whoever on it, and then Snotty will be like, yo, pro, you want to put, and I'll be like, yeah, and then I'll put a verse on it, and then that's the song. Boom, like it's that natural between us, bro. It's not forced at all.
Yeah, because you well, that's what I like about when you guys collab with each other now too, because you can tell when something's forced and when something doesn't sound forced. So when you three rhyme together, it's like you guys grew up with each other, if that makes sense.
It's not even just us three, bro. It's like that with the whole gang, bro. I
Oh
could
yeah,
get
yeah,
on a
yeah, yeah,
song
with
with,
the whole game,
like you see, boom, like on Dirt Don't Hurt. I got a song with Trip, right on there, right? That song is one of the highest stream songs off that project.
yeah. Well, I don't know if you like if you use Spotify or Apple Music to like look at your streams or what's because a lot of people they go with the Spotify or Apple Music.
I use distro.
Okay, so it shows everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said now too, like even with the covers that you have now too, like I noticed like a cover art can grab people's attention now too. Did you ever like think because you want to make something for your kids now too? So Dirt Don't Hurt. Like, would you look at that? Like a lot of people, man, I'm gonna like age myself right here. But yo, there was a show called Charlie Brown for y'all people out there. Okay, if y'all don't know Charlie Brown, just like a Peanuts, man. This was a classic show. This is where Snoop Dogg got his name from. Y'all should know this by now. But when you made that album cover now too, was that intentional for like something child friendly to include at your kids? Like, hey, like you guys can have this in your room.
Obviously, it was intentional. I don't know if it was intentional to be child friendly. I was making it more intentional for like nostalgia purposes for people like in our age bracket. But
Okay.
to kind of like include myself and my friends, like if we're the Peanuts gang, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so if you noticed on the physical, on the vinyl, it's just me, and on the album cover, it's just me, right? But if
On
you
the back.
buy the right, but if you on the back, it's all of us, it's the flowers and shit like that. But if you buy the CD, it's all of us on it.
Oh yeah,
You
when
know
you
what I'm
open
saying?
it, the bars over BS. When you open it inside, it's everyone, and yeah, I know what you mean.
It's all of us on it. Everybody that was featured on the album is on the cover, but in the like the Peanuts gang. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The merch, the t-shirts, same shit. It's me, the little dirt lord nigga, and everybody else that was featured on the album on that shit. So I wanted it to feel nostalgic. Like all my projects, I want all my projects to maintain a sense of nostalgia and to bring you back to a place of where you was at, when you was a kid, or when you was in the same position as me. Like, you know what I mean?
See, I like how you approach each project with such passion now too, because it shows that you really do love this culture, and this culture was always there for you now too. There was times though, I'm pretty sure though that you wanted to quit though, but did you think now too that in this day and age that you would have 27 like okay, let's take it back to Young Protege. How much albums do you think Young Protege would have had if he would have kept doing the life he did up until now? Like five, six?
Protege would have been in prison or dead.
Okay.
I had to, all right, for me, right, in my age, at my age that I am now, I feel like life is, for humans, is about evolution. For humans, for plant life, for the earth, for the universe, everything is about evolution, growing, changing, moving forward. Nothing stays the same. So I had to go through those changes and those different eras to become the artist and the man that I am now. So I feel like Protege would have had a very short-lived career, and he did. He did. You know what I'm saying? I did fucking one project as Protege.
Yeah.
Dead. Then I was Big Pro for 3 projects. Dead. Then I come back as Pro Dillinger. He's still here.
Because it's like what
This
you
is
said,
years later.
it took his time for him to actually find himself.
I had to find who I was as a human, you know? And when I found it, when I figured it out, it was very uncomfortable, bro, because I was going through things in my real life that had nothing to do with music that really was fucking me up, you know? Drug addiction, alcoholism, my father passing away, all type of my niggas getting locked up and dying and shit like that. I had to battle through all of that to become Pro Dillinger of today. This is the best version of myself as a man, as a father, and as a rapper that I've ever been in my entire life.
How do you keep your sanity after all that? Like, how do you like?
You don't.
I know what you mean by that. I know exactly.
Exactly, because you're eccentric. You're like me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. You go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go. We all out here, and this is like a topic that people are starting to touch on more lately. But it's like everybody's struggling with some type of mental illness or stress or mental strain or whatever.
Yes.
It's a part of being human. You deal with it the best way you can. You cope with how you cope with it. You know what I'm saying? For me, I try to stay away from like anything that triggers me or will make me revert back to who I was. You know, I try to stay around people that love me and care about me and care about the things that I'm doing. I try to stay around people that are equally as creative as me. You know, like I don't fuck with niggas that are doing less than me. Like if you ain't doing shit in life, you just hanging out, rapping for fun, and you just on a, you know, you around, you sell a little bit of drugs, maybe you got a little baby job or whatever like that, but you really ain't about shit, I won't fuck with you. I need to be around people that's on the same shit I'm on or doing more because I want to be different and I don't want to revert back to my primitive ways. I don't want to regress. I want to progress.
Do you listen to certain artists or read certain books to help you keep this mindset? Yeah, brother, don't count. Like I'm talking about like somebody like you would look up to. Like it doesn't even have to be hip hop.
I listen to all type of music, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, and it's rarely rap music. I like the things that keep me like in the mindset that I'm in. I keep my children around me a lot, obviously. You know what I'm saying? As often as I can. But I also take time to myself and I understand that I need that time. I need time to reflect and meditate and whatever. And then sometimes you need time to just break out, bro, and do things that you wouldn't normally do on a daily basis, things that make you feel alive. I call it chasing my wild rabbit. Like every once in a while, I leave my crib for like 2 days and I just go to the hood and I do bad you know, I be places I'm not supposed to be. I do things I'm not supposed to be doing because that's I need that. And then I go back to living my regular life. I let my hair down, I get crazy, you know, I do my shit and then I go home. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be in the streets every day, all day or whatever, but I need that little bit just to keep me alive, you know, and just to keep creative juices flowing. I need to feel like a little bit in danger sometimes, you know, but that's just because I'm fucked up. Like there's something wrong with me where it's like I don't feel like fulfilled unless I'm in those type of situations from time to time. That's my shortcomings. You know what I'm saying?
But also though, it also helps inspire. It's like what you said now too. It gets your creative juices flowing. That also inspires you now too, because I like to say this now too. Sometimes you can find inspirations in the most unlikely places that you could ever think.
Bro, I be in places where I be like, I'm really not supposed to be. And I'll be like, why the fuck am I here, bro? But then another part of me be like, you know why you here, nigga? You know exactly why you're here. You're here to do what everybody else here is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like something inside me, bro. It's something inside me, bro. Like, it just, I gotta break out every once in a while and just go outside. You know what I mean? Just to calm that
I know.
whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there'd be like a fire on my chest. Like, nah, I gotta go outside. Like,
Yeah, yo, I know exactly. Just sometimes you just need to like that time for it's like, yeah, I just need to go live for like at least like a couple of hours. Like I just need to just like leave because you can't be in a room 24. Like you go insane if you stay in the house 24/7.
I'd be gone for days,
Yeah, because like you
days.
want a lot of people they have like a limit, right? One will go like an hour or two, but it's like what you said, you can go for days. But sometimes you need that in order to come back. It's like okay, now I'm back to normal. Now I have what I have.
Exactly. Exactly. How can I it's like if I ain't in the right state of mind, I can't do nothing for nobody around me. But how can I get back right if I don't have that time for me to do the shit that I like to do? To
Right,
chase my wild to how do I be me and maintain my sanity without chasing my wild rabbit and doing the things that make me happy?
that's true. Now, like I like how you said like things that make you happy now too. You know how rare it is to okay, so for somebody knowing this hip hop game, I mean, sorry, hip hop culture as much as you do now too, and knowing their contributions to this game. I like how you say you don't have any cosigns, but you do have a legendary feature. I think you are the only artist to appear on Jedi Mind Trick's last album.
Oh yeah. That was a big deal for me. But you know, that's not the only one, bro. I got a song with Crooked Eye. I got a song with Sticky Fingers. I have a song with Fred the Godson.
Holy
Like, as that's what I'm saying. This is all shit that go like over people's heads or under the radar. Like I worked with legends before, you know what I'm saying? Paz is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I will never speak bad about Vinny Paz or Iron Tusk Records or none of them. Them dudes is good dudes. Um, Paz was promoting like my early shit. He was like taking my videos off my page and putting them on his IG, like so other fans could discover me. And that was a big help for me initially. Um, we started working together, doing songs together and shit like that. And then he asked me to be on the Mind Tricks album. And I didn't even hesitate because, like I said, I'm from that era where Mind Tricks was lit. I was listening to Stretch and Bobbito real late at night. You know what I mean? And staying up late to record the tapes and going to school, have sleep because I made sure I stayed up to flip the tape. You know what I'm saying?
or even
Like,
like
real,
your work with Gore-Tex from nonfiction.
bro. To be able to DM Gore-Tex like normal, like if he's my friend, that shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean sometimes.
Or to be on like that level of speaking term with Vinny Paz, you know, or Ill Bill, or any one of these guys, you know, that when I see them, they be like, "Oh, hey, pro, what's up?" That shit fucks me up.
It's like, Dad, I grew up to y'all.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, or to, you know, like to meet, like I've met a lot of these guys that I used to listen to on Stretch Bobbito and like Clue tapes, and they be like, "Oh shit, Pro Dillinger, what's up?" And I'd be like, "Whoa, like
No, me.
word, bro." Like it fucks me up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm like, should it fuck me up? Because this is where I belong, like my whole life. This is what I was working towards. Granted, like I could have did things that would have had me further along, but at the same time, I believe like that I'm right where I need to be. At this point in my career, I'm exactly where I need to be, and I'm a project or two away from being the guy, not just a guy, not just a good guy. Like, oh yeah, he's good. Like, no, the guy, like without question. This guy, he's fire. He's the guy. That's me.
That's why I can't wait for the Alchemist and Pro Dillinger. I'm just gonna say it to existence right now. Yo,
Yo, you know
heard
what's
the Pro
crazy?
Dillinger album?
You know what's wild, bro? You just said that, right? You don't know me from a hole in the wall, right? And you just said that, right? I tell you, I swear to God, I wish I could add one of my niggas to this Zoom call right now, Mickey or Snotty or any one of them from the umbrella. I swear to God, bro, I be saying this shit all the time. I be like, once I do an album with Alchemist, I'm gonna stop rapping. I retire, cause that's like my dream, like collab right there. That's for me. That's it. Once I do an Alchemist album, I'm done. Unless I do another album with Alchemist type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Make a series of tapes of the Alchemist, but hey, that could happen though.
I talk it into existence all the time, bro. That's my dream. Real shit. That's my dream. You know, I feel like it's just a matter of me getting my shit to them ears. You know what I'm saying? And my shit ain't gonna get to them ears unless I put that fucking work in. So I just keep working hard. Like if I'm a new nigga, I don't be like, I don't bask in it. I don't smell it. I never have time to smell the flowers. I'm like Jordan, bro. I always feel like somebody doing something bad to me. Like I always got a point to prove. I never like, I never rest.
Yeah. I was just gonna say because like sometimes like what was the wait period between Don't Dirt Hurt and Dirty Work? What like a month or a month and a
There,
half?
there was no, yeah, it wasn't really no wait period. That shit had been, I turned in Dirt Don't Hurt and then I turned in Dirty Work right after that. So I was just waiting for the vinyls to drop and shit like for production. I already had the albums done.
So, yeah, because you're a type to you're not gonna take pre-order. Like you want like the vinyl in hand. Like I know what you mean by that.
Exactly, bro. I got shit coming out till the middle of fucking 2024, damn near 2025.
But see, it's all calculated though. See, when you calculate, you can be a dangerous person as a businessman when you calculate.
I just be cooking. It's not I'm calculating, I'm cooking. Like I'm just, all right, boom, this is done, cool. And then I just start on whatever's next. I don't even fucking wait. I just start on whatever's next. So I'm always an album or two ahead.
Do you always well, I don't know, like do you criticize your own album sometimes like before it's released to the public? It's like do you take a listen to it? It's like I don't like this what I said on here, let me change it. Or are you the type to just like I do it in one take and I know what I said in that one take?
All right, me, I, I'm, I'm the latter. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I write it is the way I meant it. The way I rapped it is the way I meant it. That's how that shit coming out. If I said all the words clear and the timing is good, I'm keeping that take. If the energy's good, the delivery's good, I'm keeping the take. And I know when to take, like if I do something, because I record myself most of the time. If I do something, I'll be like, I know as soon as I finish the last word, I'll be like, that ain't it. And I won't even wait. I won't listen back to it or nothing. I'll just delete it and just do it again. Boop. I won't change a fucking word because I never do that. And I've been on that since like the beginning of like my second rap life. I don't change no words. Once I write it, I recite it and I leave it. That's how I meant it. You know?
It's rare that you won't change a word. You would delete the whole thing because now too, like a lot of people I notice, like they won't do quality control, and I believe like they just want to put out work. Like, but honestly though, if you really want your music to have that timeless effect, you're gonna listen to it. And, like, can I listen to this again? Can I listen to this on repeat? I don't know if you do that sometimes.
For me, it's like I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't do punch-ins. I don't do like none of that shit. If I can't rap my shit, I'll rap my shit all the way through. And if it don't have the same energy, the same bite, I won't use it. I'll delete it and I'll do it again until I get it right. And it usually takes me about 2-3 times. Sometimes I get it one shot. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then when it's like that, it's like light. It's like you know it. You know what I mean?
It's like lightning in a
So
bolt. I know what you mean by that.
yeah, like 70% of the time, it's like that. The other like 30%, I fucking do it 2 times, maybe because maybe I just turn on the computer and just spit it like on a, you know, when you turn your car on and you don't let it warm up and you
Yeah.
just drive, you don't get the best performance out of it, but it drives.
Yeah.
it's like the same thing with rapping. You kind of got to like warm up a little bit. Usually before I record, I'll put on old music. I'll be in my basement singing, drinking, smoking, but warming up my vocal cords and shit like that, getting the juices flowing, you know? Sometimes I'll come in and I'll have to record something like when my son sleep or when he just wake up or, like when I have the little window of time. So I have to record cold. You know what I'm saying? So the car will drive, but it won't be like top peak performance.
Yeah.
So I'll have to go around the block a couple times to get the engine hot. And
I know what you mean by that. Yeah.
You dig?
I know exactly.
So it'd be like that. Like today, I had to do some shit like that. I had to record cold, but I it took me a few times. Boom, shit done. Maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Do you frame all your old projects that you pushed on vinyl in a frame?
No, I don't frame them. When I was I had a bigger place before the place I live in now. I had a bigger place, and I had like a finished basement. It was a full creative space. It had like 3 main rooms. One room my cousin was using to like work on like merch ideas and design clothes and shit like that. The next room was like a lounge for us, and then like the third room was like it was my lab, where I recorded all my music and shit like that. And then we had like a boiler room where we used to grow like a little weed and shit,
That's your legendary basement that the best podcast was bringing up.
The legendary basement, bro. Like that basement right there. I did so many projects in that basement, bro. I did from Everyone's Foul all the way to Dirty Work in that basement.
Wow. Oh wow, that's a lot of projects to do in that short amount of time in that because we just got Dirty Work.
And every one of those projects except Dirty Work, every physical was hung up on my wall, including some of my favorite physicals and pieces of art. I had a autographed Ivory Stoop from J Royale up there. I had an autographed Snotty Other Side of the Wall. I got an autographed Mickey Diamond record. I had an autograph Pray for My Prey with Finn. I got a autographed sock from Mick Foley when he was Mankind.
That's a good thing you said Mick Foley, because I was gonna like, where the fuck does Pro Dillinger got an autographed sock? But Pro Dillinger, I know exactly what you mean because Mick Foley, because he had that sock puppet they would shove into people's mouths.
Bro, Sacco, bro. I have an autographed Sacco I have one. I have it still. My cousin RG got it from me, from Mick Foley himself.
You still have the Flavor Flav clock that you used to wear to school when you got it from?
Nope.
No? But you did have a Flavor Flav, though, I remember you saying.
I did have one. When I was young, like I said in previous interviews with my Uncle Frankie, he used to be like a blend tape DJ. He used to make blend tapes. He was real heavy into like the freestyle and house music scene, but he fucked with hip hop too, And my uncle used to be taking me to like these events and like outdoor events and parades and shit like that. And he used to be a photographer too, and his man was a photographer. And we used to be bumping into all these dudes, man. And everybody that we bumped into, my uncle would have me take a picture with, pardon me. So I got a picture with Public Enemy, and then I got one Dolo with Flavor Flav. I got pictures with mad people. That my uncle got all of this shit. But after I met Flavor Flav, you know what I'm saying? I like grabbed this clock, like I just grabbed it. I was just looking at it and shit, and he took it off and he put it on my neck, and he was like, "Yo, go ahead, shorty." Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, "Yo, word." I did like one of these, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I wore that shit for mad months straight, bro. Like to sleep, everything.
That's a Flavor Flav's clock, man. That's rare, man. So, like, I don't know if your uncle's still around, though, but do you show
He's around.
Tell him about
Shout out to my Uncle Frankie, man. Shout out to Uncle Frankie.
What does he have to say about your growth as an individual and you actually having like impact with vinyl out here too? Because he sort of came up in the era where vinyl was really big.
My uncle right now, we ain't speak. We haven't spoke since my grandmother's funeral. We had kind of like had a falling out, but I'm sure if he knew what I was doing, he'd be really, really proud of me. He always was. He always will be, I remember I had caught a little independent deal when I was like 15 years old, and my uncle he used to come with me because the dudes that gave me the deal, it was like a production deal for like maybe like 7 songs or something like that. But the dudes, they were like some older dudes, and they gave me like access to their studio, gave me a little bit of bread and like a little stupid chain and shit like that. My uncle used to go to all the sessions with me, but I started getting into too much like weird shit out here. So he took me to Jersey with him for a little while. I lived with my uncle in Jersey for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 months, whatever. I was just out there in Jersey. He was bringing me back sometimes. I would stay with my mom's for a little bit, and then he would come get me, and I'll be gone again for mad long. You know, like so. But he was bringing me out there so I could stay out of trouble, work on music. He worked in a construction company, so he was like trying to show me a trade, you know, shit like that. So I give my uncle a lot of credit for trying to keep me on track with what he knew that I could be good at. I'm pretty sure he didn't know I was gonna be this good or this popular, you know. Which even it kind of like fucks me up still sometimes. Like I said, like I'm not no fucking like I'm not like super lit or whatever in this shit, but this is the most lit I ever been as a rapper.
That's true. That's because like you said, like you should really should take the time out. You said, well, actually, no, because Vegas 7 to Rona said this now too. Sometimes when you look at too much of yourself on the internet, sometimes it can mess up the art and how can it affect you because you start taking that it's like, oh, this guy said I couldn't should do it like this, so maybe I should try like this. So maybe that's a good thing you don't look yourself up on the internet because I don't think that it will affect your art. But sometimes though, like man, I'm gonna say this, bro, Dillinger. Sometimes if you ever feel down or down on yourself, yo, man, just go on Reddit and type your name in. I'm telling you, you see a lot of great things about you on that.
That's good, yo. And I'm glad people like looking at me like that. Real shit, bro. Because it's like I remember a time when people like certain people wouldn't allow me in their houses. You know, like older women used to look at me and be like, like don't get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly what you mean by that.
I'm like I'm somebody now. And that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
Have you had
And
somebody from your past life that you really didn't see eye to eye with, and once you started getting a little bit of notoriety, they tried to come back into your life? Have you had that experience before?
yo, all the time, bro. Like now, especially like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I'd be
that's what
like,
I mean. Now, like that's what I mean.
it'd be like niggas from the hood and shit, like trying to like come around me and shit, you know, whatever. And I don't like, I won't fuck with it. Like I won't hang out with nobody that I haven't been hanging out with for like mad years already. I don't fuck with nobody.
It's like what
Like
you said before. It's like you can't go backwards. Like you want to progress. You don't want to go back.
I don't fuck with nobody. When I'm in the hood, niggas see me like if I'm buying weed, I might be driving through. Or I'll stop at the store to get like, you know, like juice, you know, grocery shit, you know. Cause like I live like in like a little like I live in a neighborhood, bro. Like where you can go to the corner store and get like grocery shit. Like if you don't want to go to the supermarket or whatever, like I go
Yeah,
to the bodega, I get my cold cuts, my juice, bread, you know, my son needs snacks and shit. That's the only time niggas see me around, bro. Like I go in a little hood, like little spot and give me a little black t-shirt or something. Like niggas don't see me hanging around the corner and all that no more. I don't have no business there. That's not my business what's going on over there. I don't have no reason to be in those places no more, right? But which goes back to the what I was saying, like chasing my wild rabbit. Sometimes I be in those places, you know, but it's like I don't know, like I said, man, like I pick and choose when I want to fuck with the hood.
no, that makes sense now too, because sometimes it's like what you said, you just need to live a little, but sometimes though it's like, okay, you live a little bit for a little bit of days. It's like, okay, I need to go back to normalcy now. I need to get back to
Yeah, I'm going back to my regular shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I did this already, like, you know, but sometimes you gotta go back to it, like almost like see if you still got it, whatever. Like I don't know, bro. Like, and it's not just my neighbor, like I'll be in other people's shit, moving around like 3 days. Niggas just be like, yo, pro, what up? What up, nigga? What's up? You still out here? Yeah, I'm still out here. What's up? What we doing?
It's like, come on, y'all. Yo, but before I let you go though, now too, one thing I was curious about you now too. Have you ever thought about like putting together like a mini documentary or like a mini like showing your journey to pro deal like from your start to now? Like, have you ever thought about that? Is that something that later on down the line? Because now you're just gonna focus on the music.
We working on it. I'm working with some dudes out of South Jersey, man. Shout out to my dude, 82 millimeter photography and Source Vision, out of South Jersey. We working on it's called the Dirt Doc. It's gonna be a documentary. These guys been like following me around, like filming me for like 2.5 years almost, just compiling different footage of me and whatever. And we still working on it and shit like that. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. If y'all haven't tapped in, I got the clip on I got the whole recap from the Dirty Work release party on my Instagram page. It was shot and edited by 82 millimeter and Source Vision.
Okay.
I'm gonna post it on YouTube soon for all of my YouTube subscribers and shit like that. I just couldn't do it from my phone. I do it on a computer, but it's a fire visual, man. Them dudes is very talented. They at every Pro Dillinger show. They show a lot of love. They cop the merch. They know the words. Like, so those are the type of people I'm trying to work with. Like people that are really into what I do and truly believe in my product, So shout to Source Vision and shout to 82 millimeter photography.
One last question. What do you think the Steiner's Brothers project is going to add to you and Snotty's legacy?
That's gonna be like a bookmark.
Like how
You know?
was?
Exactly. Like you read a good book, but it's like you'll read the whole book, but you'll leave a little mark. You'll fold the page like
one page.
Yeah, that is where it's fire at. Where you like, damn, this shit was fun. Let me see how this happened again. Like I don't know when I was real big into like reading books, I'll read the whole book, but have like certain pages folded where shit gets real good at. Or there was something like that I needed to internalize. I will fold the page there. The Steiner Brothers is gonna be like a folded page in both of our books, like how Sting versus Flair was. Sting versus Flair kind of like was a moment for me and Mickey that kind of it made both of us go like this at the same time.
That's what I mean. That's why I was curious. Like, where do you see like the Steiner's Brothers doing to you guys' legacy?
It's gonna do the same. But what's the difference with the Steiner Brothers is like, even though me and Mickey are brothers, we created that project with a competitive energy, right? With me and Snotty, we created this project with like a camaraderie energy.
Yeah, like the brother. I know what you mean because Sting versus Flair. You get it? Steiner.
Exactly.
I know
exactly. We're like tag teaming people in this shit. Like this is me and Snotty's like ode to Mobb Deep, fucking Kiss and Styles. Like just those classic duos. You know what I'm saying?
CNN. See, okay.
We're trying to capture the energy of all the classic duos that came before us, but put our spin on it with a little sprinkle of our favorite, wrestling nostalgia.
And see, that's what I like when a lot of people, if you follow the wrestling culture, that you get certain lines from it now too. But if you don't get it, like it'll fly over your head at a certain time now too. Like it's like
because it's only for dudes like us.
Yeah, like you have to understand that. It's like watching a Marvel movie when you see those little Easter eggs, and the average person like, oh, what the hell is that? But if you're a nerd, you're like, oh, so this is what he means by that. It's like a flip on words sometimes now too with the bars.
Exactly, bro. So it's just we're just trying to like pay homage to dudes that we kind of like wanted to embody for this project. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally with Sting versus Flair, me and Mickey, that's me and Mickey's like, that's my fucking brother, like real shit. I talk to him every day. First thing in the morning, that's one of the first people I talk to every fucking day. You know, besides the people that live in my house. You know what I'm saying? That's the first phone call I make every day. Me and this guy talk damn near every fucking day, right? We made Sting versus Flair in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth via email, phone call, FaceTimes, shit like that, right? And then we threw it out there, and we sold it directly to the consumer. We told the fans they could just buy it from us, whatever. Copenhagen picked it up. It picked up its own steam. It turned into what it was organically. So that was like a unique experience for me with that project, right? And then to be able to do it with somebody that I'm so close with and connected with creatively, it meant all the more to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to create a piece like that with my fucking brother. You know what I'm saying? I love this dude.
Look back on within time, it's like, damn, you know, like, remember?
Damn, bro, look what we did. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Snotty. To be able to create a piece like this with a dude that I'm like in tune with creatively and as a human, it's really my fucking brother too. You know, like, we all like that. But the difference between Steiner Brothers and Sting vs. Flair is like, me and Snotty was like living in the same space and everything, like recording in the same mic, everything. Like, it was different because we did the whole project together. We picked the beats together, you know, like, boom, right there on the spot in my basement.
See, and like, it's with certain moments like that now too. I'm pretty sure when this album comes out, which the reception that certain songs will get, I'm pretty sure you guys will flash back to those memories. Like, damn, you remember when we recorded that?
In my basement, bro. Pop, bro, off of Hennessy, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, we just in the crib just fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? It'd be certain times like, you still there?
Oh yeah, we still. I don't know what happened.
Oh, all right. It'd be certain times, bro, like, I'll be in there, like, in the room, whatever, just boom, boom, like, fucking some shit up, bro, for like 2 hours. I'll be in there drunk, sleep, like, in my chair, and then he'll come in, and he'll be like, what you got, cuz, da-da-da-da. I'll play him my shit, and then boom, like, now he takes over the studio, and I go upstairs, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it was a point where me and Snotty both had, like, we had 2 setups in the basement. So, like, a Studio A, Studio B type shit. So at the same time we were doing Steiner Brothers, he was making Cash for Gold.
Oh, so it's like, go here, right here, go here. So it's like
we were ping ponging, and then boom, and at the same time, I had just started Dirty Work. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, y'all.
So it's like we was beasting, bro. We was really, and then at the same time, like, cooking up our own merch in the crib, and, you know, designing different pieces for us to wear at shows and shit like that. Like, we was doing a lot, bro. Shout out to my cousin RG, man. He was in the crib, like, really trying to be like a creative director, helping us work on visuals and shit like that. And at one point, we got a camera from my little cousin Sean and my other little bro Twiz, you know, and then, you know, like, we was shooting show footage. Like, shit was like, you know, we was being real creative in that space, bro. Like, so everything that's coming out now is a result of that. You know, me, Snotty, we had been plotting the Steiner Brothers album for mad long, but he was getting locked up. He was getting locked up a lot.
Being teased, you know, released a single on Bandcamp that was being teased, that was produced by Mickey Diamond. So that's why I was curious. Like, but before I let you go, is there like a website, like a main Pro Dillinger website that you've been thinking about making, where you can find like all your merch and all your old records, that like your personal copy that you may want to sell from time to time? You ever thought about that?
There was, you know, for a while I had a prodillinger.com, but dude I was doing it with, like, I was like kind of uncomfortable with the way things were going, so I kind of just deaded it type shit and just kind of like stopped like giving them shit to sell on there, because I just wasn't like clear on how that was like working out. So now moving forward this year, you know, I'm handling my own business. I'm not under no type of like real management situation no more. Like I'm dealing with everybody directly. So it's like whatever I'm doing is really just direct to consumer. You know, I be on Reddit, I be on Instagram, I be on Twitter. You know what I mean? And anybody that needs something from me could purchase it directly from me because I'm trying to cultivate my own fan base. I'm trying to cultivate my own following to the point where it's like I don't need to be like super duper popular. I could just sell my shit to the people that's really checking for it and maintain my lifestyle off of that.
And plus, the money goes strictly to you, not some reseller.
Exactly, bro. So it's like even if you're a reseller, you're gonna buy it from me at full price.
Yeah. So if y'all, I'll put this in the description below. If y'all want to holler at Pro Dillinger, all of his social media links are in the subscription below. His Twitter and Instagram. All you gotta do is hit the man a DM, but be respectful though. Don't come at them.
Yeah, on Reddit too. I'm on Reddit. You know, any Reddit moderators out there that want to do a what you call it, a AMA or ask me anything or whatever like
I
that.
don't know. I see enough about horror stories on Reddit, so I stay off. So I don't know.
Nah, Reddit cool, man. Reddit for like the real ones. You know, I just got on there.
All
I
right,
just
okay,
got
maybe
on
I'll
there.
check that out because of your recommendation.
Yeah, I just got on there, so I'm kind of like trying to navigate it, but it's really for like the real supporters, like people we really like fucking with us on there. The Umbrella Collective has I don't know if they call it, what's it called, like a
Yeah,
subreddit or
I
something like that.
noticed because I remember when that whole Griselda with the Wu-Tang thing showed. I remember that shit was all over Reddit. So I'm like, but it was an umbrella. I don't even know what it's like a thread or a column. I don't know what they call it on Reddit. We do Reddit, so give me.
I don't know neither, bro, but you know that was some weird shit that was set off by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was fan art, so that was kind of like that was people trying to make something of something that wasn't really nothing.
Okay.
You feel me? Um, but yeah, I'm on Reddit. I'm interacting with people on there every day. I get the notifications right to my phone. I be on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. You
All
know
right,
what I'm
well, we
saying?
added
So
Reddit to the link below. You got to send me your Reddit though, so I can add it though.
yeah, everybody can just. I'm like that. If you want something from me, a verse, a feature, you want me to pop out to your city and perform. You want a fucking vinyl, a CD, a tape. Yeah, hit me directly, and I'll get it done for you. I'll get it to you. You know.
And this is why we fucking pro Dillinger because he never peed out. He never peed out. He's like, yo, holler at my PR, holler at my manager. Just talk to the man himself. Hey, yo, pro
Yeah,
Dillinger.
holla at me.
We want to thank you for taking your extensive, almost 2.5 hours doing this. But yo, is there anything that you want to say before we let the people let you go?
Nah, yo, Lo, thanks for having me, bro. Very interesting and productive conversation we had, bro. I really truly appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's tapped into the show, you know, from the desk of Lo. My name's Pro Dillinger, Dirty Work, produced by Wino Willie is out now. I got a bunch of projects coming soon. Y'all could tap in and stay tuned with me on Instagram. I'm at pro_Dillinger1919 and on Twitter is at Pro Dillinger. And I think I'm the same on Reddit too, Pro Dillinger, whatever. Just type in Pro Dillinger, I'm gonna pop up. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody supporting us in America, domestically and overseas. Everybody in the gang really appreciate y'all, man. And we gonna make good on all our promises. We're gonna do the right thing, we're gonna do right business, we're gonna take care of the fans. And every time we pop out to perform, that's just gonna be an event, yo. It's going up.
And yo, with that being said, yo, man, we got the one and only Pro Dillinger. Yo, Pro man, yo, you're welcome back anytime.